I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, by HaKodash. Double honor to the elders and apostles, a great millstone for pushing this truth. This is Jaquab, son of Sears Jr., and son of Sears Sr. And I'm going to start out with this. That has nothing to do with what I want to talk about, but it needs to be seen.
I have to thank every man that left me. I would have never been alone this long.
Now look at her face, and she wants to thank men for leaving her.
and really,
You see the pain in her eyes when she just laughed right there?
and really got to know myself. I feel that as young women, we're devoting ourselves to this program.
She's not a young woman. I feel that as young women, you're not a young woman anymore. She feels as young women, they're devoting themselves to this programming of love. Who programmed you? Because it didn't work out for you. So what kind of love were you programmed to have?
To know myself. I feel that as young women, we're devoting ourselves to this programming of love. And the truth is, you gotta love everything,
You gotta love everything. That's the problem with Eve now. She loves everything, even men that want to be her.
The poor guy that you're... The truth is, you gotta love everything, not the poor guy that you're... that you decided to hook up with. I have to thank every...
All right. I played that for a reason. That woman is going to be running around trying to find someone to help her. And she's going to have a look in her eyes like, you need to help me, I'm a woman and I'm old. Did you hear what she just said out of her mouth? All right, so the days that we're coming into, we're not going to know these people's past opinions, past words from the normal life. Okay, we're going to see them at their worst estate. So they'll try to be on their best behavior. It's like somebody that right before a trial, when they go stand in front of the judge, they facing time, they're on their best behavior. But when they get back to the bing, or when they get back to their cell or they day room or the yard or whatever, and they not acting how they going to act in front of the judge. All right, so, and that day comes, the men of the Lord are the judges. And everybody's going to judge each other. But stored energy is called potential energy. Potential energy is stored energy and the energy of position. Chemical energy is energy stored in the bonds of atoms and molecules. Potential energy is stored energy in the energy of position. Now, this is for the hopeful elect. All right? That shall be saved out of Jacob's trouble, as it is written. For this is the day of Jacob's trouble. The elect shall be saved out of it. All right? No, I want to go straight to it. Matthew chapter 24, verse 22 is why time is going by so fast. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. Now, there's going to be no flesh being saved on land, air, or the water. All right, the chemical spills is the worms are suffering right now. Goodness gracious, man. What's up with the anthills, man? Millions and billions of ants, trillions and zillions of ants just gone because of Esau Edom. Do you know how that's going to affect the earth? Wait a minute. What is this? So let me finish the verse. But for the elect's sake, those days should be shortened. So, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. Okay? So why are ants important? I have no idea. I don't know why they're in your bathroom. But Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai did. Why they ants in my bathroom? But Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai didn't create an ant for no particular reason. Ants play an important role in the environment. So there's a couple counties, states across America where the environment is going to be missing an important member. Ants turn and aerate the soil, allowing water and oxygen to reach plant roots. Ooh. It's bad for the trees, the grass, the crops, the flowers, and the things that live in the trees, grass, plants, flowers, and feast off the trees, grass, plants, flowers. Ants take seeds down into their tunnel to eat the nutritious Eleosomes that are part of the seed. These seeds often sprout and grow new plants, seed dispersal. So, Eleosomes are fleshy structures that are attached to the seeds of many plant species. The eleosome is rich in lipids and proteins and may be variously shaped. Now I laugh because I thought about Dr. Sabi. He said, what is this protein? the deer eats the grass and they can run through the car. How much protein does grass have? Should I eat it? Can I run through the car? I'll never forget Dr. Sabi said that. So the eleosome is rich in lipids and proteins and may be variously shaped, because you never trust that enemy, man. And this information came from the enemy, so you can only... Man, oh my God. To tell a lie, you have to know the truth. So there's truth in here. But it's Esau's wisdom, which is foolishness to the Most High. The ants know what's going on. Esau trying to figure it out. All right, so they may be variously shaped. Many plants have eleosomes that attract ants, which take the seed to their nest and feed the eleosome to their larvae. So we see that there's a big problem going on. Now, you're not going to always have Google. So it's very important to try to memorize as many scriptures as you can, or at least the books and the chapters. But like Isaiah and Jeremiah have a lot of chapters. You just memorize as many as you can. And so it's one of the Psalms. But the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, verse 6. Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. No, he doesn't. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. All right, so you women with your tough guys, they're about to be looking softer than you. All right, they're about to be looking like they're in pain with child, and their faces are gonna look sick. Okay, their faces are turning to paleness. Verse 7, this is why, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. We've never experienced what's about to happen. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. All right, only the elect of the 12 tribes of Israel should be saved out of it. For it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord of hosts, that I will break off his yoke from off thy neck. All right, so Esau's yoke will be broken off of the neck of the 12 tribes of Israel, and will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him. All right, so these other nations aren't going to be able to serve themselves off of us anymore. All right, the bonds are about to be broken off of our neck. Now, what is this? Potential energy and stored energy, and the energy of position. Lock here. Chemical energy is energy stored in the bonds of atoms and molecules. So we are, how does the scripture read? We are, this is wrong. Hopefully it comes up. Was it perfectly built? No. Boom. But this isn't what I wanted. But this is perfect for the point I was trying to make, as far as stored energy that Yahweh Shem Yahushua has in his elect. All right, I think I might title this "Stored Energy of the Elect." Okay, so the potential energy is stored energy and the energy of position. Chemical energy is energy stored in the bonds of atoms and molecules. All right, so because of this stored energy, Psalms 105 verse 24, and he increased his people greatly. Who? The elect, not 2/3. And made them stronger than their enemies. All right, how did he do that? Through the spirit. And through the flesh, it'll be because of the stored energy, the potential energy, the chemical energy. All right. No, this is gotta be an old one. Yeah, it's old. Isaiah, that's what it is. The book of Isaiah, chapter 40, verse 31. I said 30 slow, and I said 30 for some reason. Yep. So, the book of Isaiah, chapter 30, verse 28. Double check. Isaiah, chapter 40, verse 28. Hast thou not known? Hast thou not heard that the everlasting God, the Lord, the creator of the ends of the earth, fainteth not, neither is weary? There is no searching of his understanding. All right, so calm your ass down. All right, we just about to see how deep the mind of Yahweh Shai goes. And it's a little, I don't know what the hell. Yahweh Shai could top any thought I could think of, so I have no idea. I don't even like to think because I'm like, damn, he'll top that. Verse 29, he giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might, he increaseth strength. All right, so then Yahweh Shai say, when I come, shall I find faith on the earth? And so, we might be a little faint in the faith, but Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, will give power to the faint. And to them that have no might, he increaseth strength. Like you. So this, they ain't go about that far. So stored energy, potential energy is stored energy, the energy of position. Chemical energy is energy stored in the bonds of atoms and molecules. What is this? Why is it up? Well, this is what's going to happen. 2nd Ezra chapter 6. Hate it when it does this. Because 6 and 9, yep, it's a 6. 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. It says suddenly. Suddenly. It said suddenly. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. It says suddenly. Suddenly. Why? Because the dollar is collapsing. The petrodollar is out of here. And that trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. All right. Now the prophets are blowing the trumpet, but when Esau blows his trumpet, like it is written, when a rich man speaketh. Oh, man. The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 13, verse 23. When a rich man speaketh, Esau, every man holdeth his tongue. What is he going to say? And look what he saith. They extol it to the clouds. Oh, they think Biden is going to do this and going to do that, and Trump is going to do this and going to do that. And the governor of Florida couldn't tell me he couldn't win no goddamn presidency when this pandemic was going on. The governor DeSantis from Florida is going to do this and do that. They extol it to the clouds. But if the poor man speak, an Israelite, a prophet at that, who I learned from. So, I'm not a prophet. I'm just spreading the word of what the prophets told me. All right? So, but if the poor man speak, maybe one day I'll be one. But as of now, I'm just learning and spreading the news of what the prophets are prophesying about and what I'm seeing. But if the poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this? And if he stumble, Better not stumble. They will they will help to overthrow him. Okay, don't give a damn about that poor man. Don't get that poor man out of here till he hit the lotto. Alright, so Isaiah chapter 40, verse 29, he giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might, he increaseth strength. Even the youth shall faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fail. So even the youth is gonna faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fall. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. And who's going to wait on the Lord? The ones who believe the report of the prophets. All right? Oh, yeah, and the prophets too. All right? But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. Now, they can't renew their strength. Yahushua is going to renew their strength. Potential energy is stored energy in the energy of position. Chemical energy is energy stored in the bonds of atoms and molecules. Now, I ain't too sure about all this, but we know exactly what it means. I'd explain it. Better not going to explain some scriptures that I know, but I like the way it complements the scriptures. Sounds good to me. All right? The book of Psalms, chapter 105, verse 24. Maybe you want to read this. And he increased his people greatly and made them stronger than their enemies. When this was going down. 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 24. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies. Alright? We been stopped saying that's my right hand man in the 90s when we was kids. Alright? The men have been destroyed. It makes no sense. We have no right hand mans anymore. So we used to have two right-hand men sometimes. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. Whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation in the end of your world as you know it. All right. Oh, I like 27, verse 27 too. 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 27. Well, let's read 26. And the men that are received by who? Yahbashim Yahushua in the chariot shall see it, who have not tasted death from their birth. Sounds like Yahushua, a statement Yahushua made. He said, surely there be some here that shall not taste death. All right, so he was comforting them with the words of Yahbashim Yahushua and through a scripture, 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 26, that they could think upon and say, wow, cool. That scripture was for us. And the heart of the inhabitants shall be changed and turned into another meaning. For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. Sounds like Esau out of here. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome, and the truth, which have been so long without fruit, shall be declared. All right, so, until then, what's this, 40? It's like it. Yeah, that's 40. Until then, we had to wait on the Lord for him to finish jacking up Esau, Edom's kingdom. Russia supplies all the nuclear, damn, that just made me want to pull that up. You can't make this up. First prophet I ever watched for longer than 10 minutes. Let's see. Where you at? Come on, Esau. You ain't that far. God damn it. I'll be falling asleep on the bus, man. On the shuttle on my way home. Nah, it's not that far. Salakia, we done. We done. It's not this far down. There it is.
A bond fund. I have a number of one from Simon Hunt. The Fed, debt, collapse, things like that. So I'm Ben Ripond. Welcome to my YouTube. I'll begin with Simon Hunt. And it's a macro market.
Salaki, I ain't got time. I just want to get that one part. Salaki, Isaiah chapter 59, verse 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, where we came from, the west, Africa, Asia, Europe. We're over in the east. No, we're in the west. They're in the east. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. The sun rises in the east. When the enemy shall come in like a flood against that Esau, Edom, all other nations, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. All right? So Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is going to lift up a standard against these Edomites, a spiritual standard, and also what Esau likes to call hot work. Make it hot, die. Hot work means, oh yeah, that was Marlon Wayans. Make it hot, die. Hot work means work involving electric or gas welding, cutting, brazing, or, and this is where Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai comes in, similar flame or spark producing operations. All right? So stored energy, chemical energy, and hot work by Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Stored energy and chemical energy from Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. By Yahweh, from Yahweh, for you, by you. For you, by Yahweh, by Shem Yahweh Shai. For you. Salaki. I had to make a joke out of myself. I was stumbling too much. And hot work, is coming towards to the elect. All right. All right. The Lord is going to lift up a standard. All right. The Lord is going to lift up a standard, and the Redeemer will come. All right. Isaiah chapter 59, verse 20. And the Redeemer shall come to Zion, and unto them, not everybody. I don't know what the hell they might as well put a ponytail on white Jesus. And the Redeemer shall come to Zion, and unto them, they might as well just burn everything by the Kanye song playing in the background that got to do with Jesus. And the Redeemer shall come to Zion, and unto them that turn from transgression, and Jacob, said the Lord. So you have to turn from transgression and Jacob to be redeemed. All right? To be redeemed. As for me, this is my covenant. And part of the transgression, not part of it, a major off with this head, somebody throws stones. And I was meditating on that at work today. I'm going to get this off my chest. So I just thought about it. Because I almost went to the Watchman for Israel spot tonight and cursed it. Just threw out a bunch of curses, just not just on them, just cursed any and everything that had to do against the scriptures. Every woman, every man, every act, everything. I was just about to just curse. Yeah. Then I started listening to the prophet out in North Carolina. Before I got off work, then I got more pumped up. Just wanted to bring it out, man. While he's sitting in the chair, all relaxing and cooling and shooting b-ball by the pool, and I'm pumped up, man. Got pumped up. Yeah. Then I heard the brother out Mississippi. And now here we are. I didn't go out. Verse 21, as for me, this is my covenant with them, said the Lord. My spirit that is upon thee, and my words which I have put in thy mouth, shall not depart out of thy mouth, nor out of the mouth of thy seed, nor out of the mouth of thy seed, saith the Lord, from henceforth and forever. All right? So this new covenant is going to be beautiful. It's going to be no going off. All right? Our seeds will speak the words of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai forevermore. All right? None of this dot pocket shit. Fucking dot pockets. You don't fill me up. Psalms chapter 18, verse 28. You don't get the job done, dot pocket. Psalms 18:28. For thou wilt light my candle. The Lord my God will enlighten my darkness. All right? And that's what we need. All right? We need our wicks trimmed. As I hear Apostle's goodbye voice. We need our wicks. We have to trim our wick. And only Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai can enlighten our dark ass hearts, man. All right? Shit. You know how many times I gotta talk myself out of fucking people up, man? Every goddamn day. These demons be fucking with me, man. And I ain't talking about random people neither. I'm talking about premeditated stuff, man. And that's how I know you people, especially you women, you people got hell to pay for. Because if I'm being plagued by these thoughts, the 2/3 ain't gonna fight this shit, man. All right? 2/3 are not gonna fight these thoughts and these urges, man, or these demons. All right? That I reluctantly suppress. Psalms 104:4. Who maketh his angels spirits, his ministers a flaming fire. All right, so the hot work has begun. All right, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai started the hot work. All right, involving electric or gas welding, cutting, brazing, or similar flame or spark producing operations. And now that I think about this, electric, gas, well, we know that Esau says that our body's made out of water, and we know electricity water is a conduit for electricity. It just don't work out too good if we dabble in it with our toe over in the tub. Some waiting to exhale crap, whatever that movie was. Martin Lord, Thin Line Between 11 and 8. Gas welding. Well, we know our body has gas in us. All right. So, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, all of the elements involved with hot work is inside of our body. And has to deal with the flame or spark producing operations. Okay. Cuts out the leaven. All right. Brazen. Why not? I'm trying to learn something. I've never heard of these terms before. It's something brazing, form, fix, or join by soldering with an alloy of copper and zinc at high temperature. Okay, form, fix, or join. Now, didn't Yahweh Shai ask his Father, our Heavenly Father, to make us one as they are one? All right. So, form, fix, or join by soldering. What does that mean, man? Esau? Soldering, join with and that's another thing I was thinking about at work today. You motherfuckers have the nerve to say that Ezekiel 9 and Revelation 13 and Revelation 20 mark of the beast. Put a sign and mark on the foreheads of those who sigh and cry. Y'all niggas think y'all marked up, huh? But just in the 90s, we was saying, yo, that bitch look bad. Does that mean she was dusty and she need her hair done? No. All right? So bad got two meanings, just like Mark got two meanings. Genius. All right? If you say them shoes was dope, does that mean that you can sniff it or roll it up? No. All right? means the shit was dripping. All right? If you say you drip too hard like you little baby or something, does that mean you look like the son at the end of the movie Who Framed Roger Rabbit when he get melted all down? No. All right? So you should know better that in American language, one word just don't mean one word. So how you gonna look at the word mark and it say it means mark? And you should know off of the scriptures being written by Israelites that we speak in slang and we speak in code and metaphors and similitudes. Motherfuckers, man. Smart at looking stupid. That's what you're smart at. Smart about. Alright, so the book of Hebrews chapter 1 verse 7 is emphasized in the New Testament as well. And of the angels he saith, who maketh his angels spirits and his ministers a flame of fire. So the hot work has begun. All right. Now we're waiting for the stored energy and the chemical energy to be at maximum. All right. The book of Matthew chapter 4 verse 19. And he who, Yahushua, saith unto them, follow me, and I will make you fishers of men. All right. And Paul said, 1 Corinthians chapter 11 verse 1, be ye followers of me, even as I also am of Yahushua Mashiach. All right. This is all part of the hot work. All right. It's all part of the hot work involving electric or gas welding. All right. Cutting, brazing, or similar flame or spark producing operations. So all those can classify under the hot work category. Okay. Zechariah 12 and 8. In that day shall the Lord defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem. Now we just went through some a brief friends being enemies and oh man, a day like that has not been since the beginning, a day that has never been on the earth. All right, so just imagine anything you ever seen, and the day is going to top that. All right. And that day shall the Lord defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is feeble among them. And when it says defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, it's talking about the 12 tribes of Israel that were scattered abroad. All throughout the scriptures, it says that the 12 tribes were scattered. All right, that Jerusalem, Mount Zion was the citizens, the citizens. All right. Dang, what was that scripture? It made me think of Salaki. All right, so the citizens have been scattered all throughout the world, from one end of the earth to the other, and they'll be gathered from one end of the earth to the other. Okay, so the Lord is going to defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem from one end of the earth to the other. And he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David, and the house of David shall be as God, and the angel of the Lord before them. All right, that hot work that's been going on, and that potential energy and chemical energy will be revealed all at the same time. Okay, potential energy is stored energy in the energy of position. Chemical energy is energy stored in the bonds of atoms and molecules. Okay, so the hopeful elect, the men that will be more precious than gold, even in the golden wedge of Ophir, have hella potential energy and chemical energy stored inside of them, waiting to be released by Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. So in the book of Zechariah 12 and 8, in that day shall the Lord defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem with the angels and by the fishers who will become hunters through the stored energy, chemical energy, and the work, what is it? Hot work. Hot work. And that day shall the Lord defend, Zechariah 12:8. And that day shall the Lord defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David, and the house of David shall be as Yahweh, as the angel of the Lord before them. All right? That's power. That's a lot of stored energy and chemical energy being released in Esau's terms. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 16, verse 16. Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord. And the fishers have been fishing since before my birth. And they shall fish them, and after I will send for many hunters. And that's the days that we're coming into. And they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks. Right? And that's a future prophecy. That's the days that we're coming into. All right? So this prophecy isn't a one-day prophecy, isn't a 10-month prophecy, isn't a one-year prophecy. It isn't you start fishing in June, and then when the weather get bad, it's hunting season. All right? I mean, when it gets cold outside, it's hunting season. It's not how Yahweh Shem Yahushua intended this scripture, this prophecy to play out. But the way he intended it to play out, we're witnessing it firsthand. Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 17, for my eyes are upon all their ways. That's why you will be hunted. All right? Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to, the kingdom of heaven is like a net cast into the sea. All right? Come on now. Matthew chapter 13, 47. Again, the kingdom of heaven. I mean, y'all shot like how many times I gotta explain this to you, man? I gotta roll you down a hill or something. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a net that is cast into the sea and gathered of every kind, which when it was full, they drew it to shore and sat down, looked at the fish like, what the hell is this? What the hell is that? Pointing at the fish and gathered the good into vessels, but cast the bad away. So shall it be at the end of the world. The angels shall come forth. What? Yep. The angels shall come forth, not little babies, and sever the wicked from among the just, and shall cast them into the furnace of fire, the ICBM missiles. There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth. Okay, so when the angels come and sever the wicked from among the just, that goes from who they protect, who has the mark. All right? Who has the mark. So shall it be at the end of the world. The angels shall come forth. Okay? Angels shall come forth. Yeah, I like that. I want to read it. Okay, I see why I went here. Zechariah 13, 16, 17. 16. Zechariah 13, 16. To wit, the prophets of Israel, which prophesy concerning Jerusalem, and which see visions of peace for her, and there is no peace, said the Lord God. Likewise, thou son of man, set thy face against the daughters of thy people, which, I gotta go up. I just messed that up. Oh, man. The book of Zechariah, chapter 13, verse 13. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, I will even rend it with a stormy wind and my fury. All right? Tornadoes, hurricanes. And there, even strong wind gusts. And there shall be an overflowing shower in my anger. An overflowing shower in my anger and great hailstones and my fury to consume it. This God is not all love, man. And Yahweh said, if you see me, you seen the Father. They both is not, they don't give out much hugs, man, to the world. Verse 14, so will I break down the wall that ye have daubed with untempered mortar. All right? Your defenses, Yahweh shall crush your defense and bring it down to the ground so that the foundation thereof shall be discovered. Okay, everybody's seeing this banking system. Everybody's seeing the history of these Edomites. All right, everybody's seeing the history of the Jewish people. Everybody is, your nakedness is exposed, man. And it looks disgusting, man. I'd rather see that. Nah, let me stop. That's folly. That's my father Jacob's daughter. She needs to put her clothes on and get her Yisrael ass off the internet. So will I break down that wall that ye have daubed with untempered mortar and bring it down to the ground so that the foundation thereof shall be discovered, and it shall fall, and ye shall be consumed in the midst thereof, and ye shall know that I am the Lord. Because the prophets have been prophesying that verse 14 would happen to you, Esau. Thus will I accomplish my wrath upon the wall and upon them that have daubed it with untempered mortar. All right, so you other nations wanted to help, you got to pay. And will say unto you, the wall is no more, neither they that daubed it. To wit, the prophets of Israel which prophesy concerning Jerusalem, and which see visions of peace for her, and there is no peace, saith the Lord. All right. Likewise, thou son of man, set thy face against the daughters of thy people, which prophesy out of their own heart, and prophesy thou against them. Okay, so you women need to shut the fuck up. All right? And you men that's prophesying out your own heart, not the scriptures, talk about some your opinion, your position. Your position is the mark of exemption, is the same mark as the mark of incision. Fuck out of here, man. Every word has a definition, man. And one word will have 2-3 different definitions, man. So you gotta look and see which one best fits the sentence. You never did that in school, buddy. Thought you grew up in Jersey. They don't got no schools in ATL for you to finish your education. So they obviously received some sort of hot work that wasn't hot enough, all right, to appease Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right. Jeremiah 16, verse 17, Salakia. Maybe you want to go to 7. See the whole chapter. Jeremiah 16:6. No. Jeremiah 16:1. The word of the Lord came also unto me, saying, thou shalt not take thee a wife, neither shalt thou have sons or daughters in this place. And if you have, you did. All right? Just don't do it on purpose. All right? It's the end of the world, as we know it. For thus said the Lord concerning the sons and but we about to have hella wives real soon. For thus, used wives. For thus said the Lord concerning the sons and concerning the daughters. Well, let me stop. For thus said the Lord concerning the sons and concerning the daughters that are born in this place, the wives will be defiled. And concerning their mothers that bear them, and concerning their fathers that beget them in this land. Whoa. For thus said the Lord concerning the sons and concerning the daughters that are born in this place. Children, and concerning their mothers that bear them, mama, and concerning their fathers that begat them in this land. Oh, nobody care about that anyway, right? It's all about mama. Like how Migos sell their songs. Verse 4, they shall die of grievous deaths. Why they can't just die in their sleep? Damn, they deserve to die grievously? Yes, they do. They do. And I plan on assisting by not feeding or watering anyone's throat. All right? Unless Yahweh Shai puts it on my spirit. And I think I'm going to want to eat the sandwich and share it with brothers that can teach me and edify me about that. They shall die of grievous deaths. They shall not be lamented. No one's going to lament over them. They shall not be lamented. Neither shall they be buried, but they shall be as dung, doo-doo, upon the face of the earth, bird poop, and they shall be consumed by the sword. All right? War. Street war. House war. Guns, sticks, bats, throw rocks at them. That's what I was going to say earlier. Boy, oh boy. If I see y'all other camps, man, y'all leaders, man, and Jacob's trouble, man, I'm going to point at you, and I'm going to say, it's him. It's his fault. He lied to us about God. Stone him. That's what I'm going to say. I pictured it earlier. And if they stone you, they stone you. If they don't, they don't. But I have a feeling I'm going to say that. So you might not want to, if you see me, you might want to run the other way. Because I'm going to point at you. I'm going to declare something about you in these scriptures. And it's going to start with, you lied to us. All right? They shall die of grievous deaths, and they shall not be lamented, neither shall they be buried, but they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth, and they shall be consumed by the sword and by famine, and their carcasses shall be meat for the fowls of heaven and for the beasts of the earth. All right. So, it's lucky. The book of Jeremiah chapter 16 verse 11. Then shalt thou say unto them, because your fathers have forsaken me, saith the Lord, and have walked after other gods, and have served them, and have worshipped them, and have forsaken me, and have not kept my law. Oh, you try to say you didn't worship other gods? Well, what's the laws of God, man? Because you don't even try to keep 10 commandments, or 3. So what's any laws of God, man? Verse 12, and ye have done worse than your fathers, for behold, ye walk every one after the imagination of his evil heart, that they may not hearken unto me. Okay. Therefore I will cast you out of this land into a land that ye know not, neither ye nor your fathers, and there ye shall serve other gods day and night, where I will not show you favor. And that's why we're over here in America looking stupid now. And in the other possessions of the nations. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, which is North America, and from all the lands whither he had driven them. And I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers. Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them. And after I will send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks. For my eyes are upon all their ways. They are not hid from my face, neither is their iniquity hid from my eyes. And first I will recompense their iniquity and their sin double, because they have defiled my land. They have filled my inheritance with the carcasses of their detestable and abominable things, man. Goddamn bacon bits out of there, man. So we're gonna hunt you from the cliffs of the rocks, man. It's written. Book of Jeremiah 16:16. Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them. And after I will send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks. The book of Revelation chapter 6 verse 15. Salakia. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, if you so mighty, what you hiding for? And every free man hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains. So every man is not going to be free, but every free man is going to hide. Feel bad for you guys that aren't free. Wow. I'm going to be living like I'm on a goddamn run. All right, like every goddamn jurisdiction is looking for me. Like I'm a slave in the South. Trying to get back to Jerusalem, not to Canada. Jerusalem. Walking on water, baby. Revelation 6 verse 16. And said to the mountains, whoa. We don't get down like that. Revelation chapter 6 verse 15. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men who are not that mighty, even in every bondman and every free man, hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains. And said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, Yahweh, and from the wrath of the Lamb, Yahweh Shai. For the great day of wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? Shut up, Giggles. Slack. Shut up. I'm not a cat lover, but my cat's cool. Man, God damn it, I spoke too soon. The book, the book, we're gonna get the fuck out of here with that goddamn noise, Giggles. What the fuck was you talking about right now? She got her food and water. Maybe not. Anyway, Amos 5 and Well, since it stopped here, I'll read it. Amos 5 and 14. Seek good and not evil, that ye may live. And so the Lord, the God of hosts, shall be with you, as ye have spoken. Whoa. Now I just saw 13. That's what made me scroll some more. Therefore, the book of Amos chapter 5 verse 13. Therefore, the prudent shall keep silence in that time. The prudent shall keep silence in that time, for it is an evil time. Seek good and not evil, that ye may live, and so the Lord, the God of hosts, shall be with you, as ye have spoken. Hate the evil and love the good, and establish judgment in the gate. So we're supposed to hate the evil. All right? I got to write that on my forehead or something. Hate the evil. All right? We can't give it a pass. Now, when it comes to the lovely ladies, man, don't even sweat it. Don't stress it. All right? Focus on you getting the scriptures, because the Lord is dealing with the men. And if the Lord is dealing with your woman, boy, rub that back tonight. No, I mean literally rub the back. I'm not getting sexually explicit. I mean literally rub her back. And hopefully you get yours rubbed first. And last. So, hate the evil and love the good and establish judgment in the gate. It may be that the Lord God of hosts will be gracious unto the remnant of Joseph. All right. Therefore, the Lord, the God of hosts, the Lord, Therefore, the Lord, the God of hosts, the Lord saith thus, wailing shall be in all streets, from the hood to Beverly Hills. Wailing shall be in all streets, and they shall say in all the highways, alas, alas. And they shall call the husbandman to mourning, and such as are skillful of lamentation to wailing. And in all vineyards shall be wailing, for I will pass through thee, saith the Lord. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. Right? So, as if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into the house and laid his hand on the wall and a serpent bit him. Shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even very dark and no brightness in it? All right, you want to have a feast day on April 1st for the Passover? I despise your April 1st Passover feast days. And I will not, that shit just sounds weird. I despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. So Yahweh Shem Yahushua said, in the book of Amos, chapter 5, verse 21, I despise your April 1st, 2023 Passover feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. Though ye offer me April 1st, 2023 burnt offerings and your meat offerings, I will not accept them, neither will I regard the peace offerings of your fat beast. Take thou away from me the noise of thy songs, for I will not hear the melody of thy vows at your feast days, man. Our peoples is going the fuck off, man, and teaching us how to do it better than them. But all praises to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, because Psalms 105 verse 24 is so true. And he increased his people greatly, the elect, and the hopeful elect are being built up, and made them stronger than their enemies. All right? The elect are not in fear. The hopeful elect are becoming fearless. All right? While the enemies are becoming fearful. Why? Because the hot work has begun. All right? And the stored energy, the potential energy and chemical energy that Yahweh Shem Yahushua stored in his elect are going to be unleashed on Esau Edom. I already read that. So, yeah, that's all for that. And I just want to thank Yahweh Shem Yahushua B'Shem Kakwadash for having those words pull up. I'm not sure what I had saw that made me pull those words up, stored energy or whatever, but what happens if I click this? We're gonna work with this. So I want to thank Yahweh Shem Yahushua for having that pulled up, because when I looked up those definitions, I said, yo, this is Yahweh, this scriptures came to mind. So 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 18. 17. Woe is me. Woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days? What's the matter? Ezra didn't attend the unity camps? Huh? Ezra's all by himself out there? Huh? What? He knew it was going to be bad. He knew it was going to be bad. He didn't have anyone to call on. Okay, he didn't have anyone to call on but Yahweh Hashem Yahushai in that vision that he received. Second Ezra is 15, 16, 18. Second Ezra chapter 16, verse 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings. And Ezra will not be alone. Okay, Yahweh said, Lo, I'm with you all the way to the end. Roughly paraphrasing. So, you read 2nd Ezra 16, 17, sounds like he's alone. Never had no one at all. Couldn't think of who. He didn't say who gonna deliver us. He said me. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine, we're here. And great death, we're here. We're at the beginning of famine. We're at the beginning of great death. We're at the beginning of wars. And the powers shall stand in fear. First of all, how you gonna shoot the Muslim man? I asked somebody today, I said, yo, what you think about the Muslims? What do you think about the shooting at the mosque? He said, mosque? He looked like he was black, so he didn't really care. He was definitely black. And he didn't care too much. He was like, I'm gonna have to look into that. He was like, I guess we're just gonna have to pray. That's not what a real Muslim would say. You Americans ain't gonna make it, man. But he was like, wait a minute. He got shot outside the mosque and it's Ramadan. I said, ooh, I didn't even think of that. He said, yeah, man, it's Ramadan. I said, oh, yeah, man. I said, oh, yeah, it's on. So, the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16, verse 18, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear. They see the angels. They see what's going on in the heavens. They see what's going on the earth. The beginning of evils. Ooh, this is just the beginning of evils? I thought that's all I knew. Shit. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Well, as the angel told you, Ezra, think of how the righteous should be saved, man. I gotta get out there in public and tell my testimonies. I never told them in public in the street. Or the power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man. Verse 19, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for a minute. Right? So they've been sent. They just need to touch down like a pass. Montana to Rice. What's his name? Jackson to Tito. Lamar Jackson to Tito. It's been sent. All right. Verse 20, but for all these things, damn, after the famine, after the plague, after the tribulation and anguish, these motherfuckers still won't turn from their wickedness. Nor be always mindful of the scourges. That means it's still going to get bad and still going to be worse. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. Right? That's where we're at. You think you're in a good place, but you're not. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine. Many. And the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. And the dead shall be cast out as doo-doo, dung. And there shall be no man to comfort them. See, it's sad because the Heavenly Father wants people to be buried before the sun goes down, man. Or at least Israelites. But the dead shall be cast out as doo-doo. and there shall be no man to comfort them. For the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down. Right, so get ready, get ready. We here, baby. We here. I'm pumped up. Been pumped up today. All this economic collapse news and 24 hours to spend your money. Basically, you got 24 hours. It's beautiful. And whoever doesn't want to be saved will reveal it in their actions as far as wanting to hear the words of God. I don't care if people say they love God, believe in God. It means nothing to me. So we need to endure, and we need to get ready, because you don't know when that punch is coming. You gotta brace for impact at all times. Shalom.